Hello, this is wmpyr here to present to you a strategy for close range. Remember, in Filipino martial arts, we have 4 ranges of combat, and this is our framework, okay? In other words, this is our blueprint. So from here, we're going to put in our techniques and strategy into each range. So we had long range, medium range, close range, and then ground range. So today, we're going to focus on close range. So close range, what is it? It's the clinch. It's basically the clinch. So in close range, the idea here is one of my favorite moves is to do the Muay Thai head clinch. Okay, I strongly suggest you guys to add this to your arsenal for close range is to get the head control. You might be thinking, I don't need the head control. I got headbutts, elbows, and knees. In close range, there's a chance that they could do it to you too. So in that case, it's good to have the head control. At the very least, it'll help prevent you guys from butting heads. If you butt heads, and depending on where you get hit, it can cause a cut real easily, and that would be a bad thing. So just to avoid getting head-butted by accident, it's good to have the head control from a self-defense perspective. It's not necessarily, I'm going to get this and start landing the knees and fight like a Thai boxer. I'm not necessarily saying that. Just even for your own safety so that you don't get head-butted by accident, you want head control, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, so you grab the head here, and the idea is the back of the head, because it has more leverage here than, like, let's say right here. So if I'm pulling them this way, if I grab here, I get much more leverage for less amount of energy. So it makes sense. But the problem is if you go too high, it can slip off. So keep that in mind. We don't cross the fingers because the fingers you can hurt your fingers this way. So this is the idea. This is the grip that we use right here. So we do this. Another thing you can do is you can put your elbow right here, and once you do that, you get more leverage, you know, to pull, to yank on this way. It creates an additional amount of leverage, not just this way, but this is the fulcrum right here, so you could do that as well. So as you do this, the goal is to put their chin into their chest, which is very uncomfortable. You don't necessarily have to start landing knees. Just doing this, just trying to control the situation, tell the person to calm down, say you're not interested in fighting, you know, and just trying to keep yourself safe, okay? Once again, I'm interested in self-defense, so let's think of it from a self-defense perspective, right? In that kind of situation, I'm expecting, because there's no weight class, that my opponent is going to be bigger, meaner, stronger, and faster. So in that kind of situation, you know, if I could get a hold and disrupt their balance, right? That's the idea here, just to disrupt their base so that they can't have a solid base to throw a solid shot. I don't want them to do that. So if I'm constantly doing this and making them adjust to that, it's gonna take away a little bit each time from their power for hurting me, you know. So I want to minimize that as much as possible. I want to take away their punching power. That's essentially what I'm doing here, you know, and making them think more about they got to catch themselves. They got to, you know, get back into base. And that's a lot more realistic and doable than, like, let's say, for me to grab them and throw them, or for me to grab them and shove them against the wall. Those things are a lot harder to do on someone that's, you know, let's say 240 pounds, rock solid muscle. It's going to be hard for me to do that. But can I disrupt their base? That's more plausible. I have a higher chance to do that, you know. But to throw them, I'm setting the bar a little way too high for myself, you know. So that's the idea there, okay, to continuously disrupt their base. Why? Because in the clinch, it's the person who has the advantage is the person who has more control. The person who has more control over the other person, that's the person who has the advantage. So, you know, I'm disrupting their base as much as I can, okay? okay? So let's also think about this. If I grab this right here and I'm able to do this, okay, the next step is, and then what? You know, you're wrestling around, right? And hopefully it's making them tired. You're not giving them a good position to hit you. So those are all benefits. But from there, what can you do? Well, we're not limited to Muay Thai kickboxing. So let's start thinking more like in terms of wrestling. So if I'm able to pull their head down this much, then, you know, if I could go all the way and shove them all the way down, pancake them, that's even better. So, you know, the idea is if I can bring them this low, then all the way, you know, shove them all the way down. That's the idea here. Or so you bring them all the way down and then move them sideways so they're here and then they get moved. Now you have the leverage to push them this way, okay? So that's kind of the idea there. So from here, now you're shoving them away from there. And if you repeatedly grab the head like wrestlers do, and just do that over and over and over, that takes a toll on this person, okay? So that's kind of the idea here, to be explosive and boom, and that's going to discourage them. They're not going to like it, you know, so that's the whole idea. So even when you have both arms full Muay Thai head control like this, yes, in Thai boxing we want the knee, right? To make the knee more powerful, you bring them into the knee, right? So you know that. But even if you don't throw the knee, to violently shake them like this, if you've ever had that done to you, it sucks. And so just that alone, without even throwing a single strike, you can wear them down. You can discourage them. Okay, so that's the idea here. If you throw a strike, and if they're thinking about grappling, they might even grab your knee, and now you end up on the ground. So, you know, maybe striking, sure, it can hurt them, but maybe that's a risk you don't want to take. So then just the head control like this, and boom, boom, and repeatedly, and doing this, and then grab again, and repeatedly doing that. That's huge. That is a major thing. Now, one more thing I'd like to add here is that with the head control, okay, when you go into this, boom, you come right here, and let's say you're trying to pull, but this person's just way too strong, and it's not happening. So in that case, what I like to do is I like to switch to a choke. So from here, my hand position is the same, okay, from right here, and then I just grab a hold like so, and then here's my choke. From right here, I go right onto the neck like this, and there it is. And the leverage that I can get from here is tremendous, okay? So let me try to bring this closer to you guys and show you. So from right here, it's not working, okay? And then look, I just bring this forearm right here onto preferably the side of the neck, okay? And then this grabs right here, okay? And then I'm digging the blade side of the forearm once again into the neck right here. And the amount of leverage that you get is tremendous. It's tremendous right here. So once again, you want to aim for jugular as much as you can. And then so you clasp like this. I mean, you know, your thumbs can be here, but without that, you don't need the thumbs either. You might even get more leverage this way. And then boom. Try this. Get your pillow out, you know, even better is a foam roller, and just put it right in between like this, and then see the amount of leverage. I can't move this person, so I'm moving around them, and then here we go. I mean, just dropping my weight into it, boom, like this. You can see as I'm dropping my weight, it's like I'm bringing my weight, pulling them down, and then the forearms are digging in. It's once again, it is a lot of leverage that I'm causing here right onto the neck. I've been tapped out by this move by a guy. This was his specialty, and we start, you know, on the knees. We were on the knees, but we started like this. He'd get it, and then he'd finish me right into the ground. It didn't matter if I had the guard or didn't have the guard. If I didn't have the guard, it was worse. If I had the guard, it didn't matter. I was still tapping out big time. So this was his favorite move. He did it over and over and over and over. So I have first-hand experience of knowing how powerful this move is. So it's a really, really good one. I highly recommend that you add it to your head control arsenal. And that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.